Hello, this is my me working on my castle walls design. If you've seen my other castles, you know I go with this arch design on my curtain walls, and I have some brick texturing in there randomly. This one looks like it has maybe a little too much actually, but I usually just put some random bricks in there. And for the first time I'm trying this using some snot bricks and some tiles to see how that looks, because I'm trying to add a little more texture to my walls. I know a lot of people use different colors. I've tried that and I want to stick with just my medium bluish gray. I've tried using secondary colors like dark gray and black, white, olive gray. I've tried, and I don't like it. It's just my preference. So I want to use just the same color, but add some texturing. I want to have a technique that I can stick with. And I know there's so many kinds of texturing, and I don't want to make my walls look too ruined, like too distressed. Like I know you can have chips in them and use kind of the cheese and all that to make your walls look very distressed. But I want my walls to look pretty good, but have some random texturing. My first impression with this is I'm not really that happy with it. So I'm gonna have to maybe work a little more on this. Maybe I can introduce a third type of texturing to my technique. I want a system. I want a system, and I know that seems like a contradiction to have a system to produce a random effect, but I think you know what I mean. I want to make sure I have all the bricks I need so that I can build large walls, because my next castle is going to be pretty big, and I want to make sure I have enough pieces. I wonder if I want to use different lengths of tiles. I don't know. Maybe from far away that'll look better, or maybe it doesn't look good because I don't have the tiles on these pillar type. So I don't know. I may play with this a little bit. Then my next, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with this design. I just need to work on the texture. On the other hand, for the crenellations, for the wall walks, I haven't really found a design I like yet, so I'm going to be trying a few different ones, and I'm going to try to figure out one that I really like before I start working on my next big castle. It's going to need to use, well, it doesn't need to, but I think it should use these and these, because I've got a lot of them. So I think it's going to use some variation of, the inverse slopes and the other slopes, 45-degree angles. I don't think it's going to use these, the cheeses. And then, it might have, and then it'll use some tiles, because I don't like the stud showing. But I don't know. It's going to have a wall walk for minifigs, so I'm not sure. I'm going to play with that, and then I'll probably add on to this video and see how that goes. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, here's my first attempt at the crenellation. This is, I think I mentioned before, I'm wanting to use my 45-degree slopes, inverse and the regular, because I have so many. So this is what I tried. I have this part here, which is going up to my plate. Okay, the inside looks like that. I don't really care that much about the inside. That looks okay. This is the first time I've done like an unbalanced plate on the wall. I've put more towards the back, which I think is good. I think that gives me less of a ledge on the front of the wall, which I like. I like that. But I'm still not happy with this kind of curve. I don't know why. It just doesn't look right to me. There's something about it that doesn't look like a castle. I actually want my crenellations to be a little more blocky, I think. So I'm going to try some other things. I mean, I don't think it looks bad. From a distance, if you imagine my whole curtain wall looks like this, and of course the top of the turrets I'd have to match, I don't think it looks too bad. And by the way, I tried something different here too. I spaced my crenels. I'm going to get this wrong again. I forgot. This is either called the crenel or the merlin, and this is called the merlin or the crenel. I'm sorry, I just forget which is which. I think the merlin is the gap, and this is the crenel, but I'm not sure. So you can see I lined them up with these pillar structures, which leaves a larger gap here, which I don't like either. I think think they should be 2 and 2. I think I'd like that better. So I think on the next, I'm going to try something different. And maybe I'll try, I don't know, I'm going to try something different. We'll see how that goes. Okay, here we go. This one I'm much happier with. Just a couple of minor changes, and I think it looks better. I removed the inverse slopes from underneath the wall walk, the plate, which I think looks better. I also moved the crenels closer together instead of that wide gap. Now we have a better look. I think that looks better. And also I tried something I haven't tried before. I put my slopes on the top facing that way, which I think looks better from both sides. And frankly, I think it makes more sense. Some of you watching this might have picked up on that right away and said you should just flip those around because they look better and it's more realistic, right? Because it's for defense against incoming arrows, you want to show the flat side, and you want, for convenience, and you want to have the slope on your side. I think at least that makes more sense for your crenellation. So I like this a lot better. I'm not going to totally sign off on it right now, but I think that's the one I'm going to go with for now. I'm going to do some more research, and I may still try to add another texture technique to my wall because I'm not in love with the way these look. Maybe it'll grow on me, but I'm just picturing this without those on there, and I think it might look better, but maybe it's just because they're not to scale, because I'm picturing this wall much bigger, and these would be much bigger than one brick or stone. I don't know, but for now, that's my practice for today, and we'll see if I want to practice some more before my large shipment of bricks comes in. I'm hoping my bricks come in a couple weeks, week and a half. I'm almost done, buddy, and then I'll help you. Kieran's working on his little castle right there. He's got a little plesiosaur castle. Okay, no, you don't like it? Okay, so that's it for today.